Yeah, I feel weird.
You alright?
Not really. Let me just get a set now.
Okay.
I'll hold a set. So 1K ski, 1K wall ball, 1K row, etc. I was looking at the treadmill and I was seeing shit and I was like, this is not good. Not what to say. Dude, I just hit a wall. Welcome to the Ford Express. All right, we just picked up Gabe. We are arriving at SFO, San Francisco Airport. We're actually doing some videos for Customs and Border Protection. You know, we've been working with our SRT side for years, but now we have an opportunity to support in a greater way, which I'm really excited about, to put out a 5-video series to all of Customs and Border Protection, all 40,000 officers across the United States. Customs and Border Protection, they are actually provided hours that they could come and train. And I don't think that necessarily it's always that they don't want to do it. It's just sometimes they don't know what to do or how to do it. And that's one of our goals of today, is providing some of that insight. Trying to find a way to bridge the gap between maybe what you see online and actually practically applying it in the gym. Not the round position, all you can also add in his low back is down, that forward line, and you'll be amazed that when we revisit this 6 months, a year from now, you'll be a completely different person who has the ability through training to protect and provide. Let's get after it. All right, headed back to the South Bay after coming up to the city to film for CBP, and I just hope that their entire workforce gets value out of what we did. You know, I just hope that they at least give it a shot to watch, because I think if they give that a chance, I think they'll realize that fitness is not as unattainable as people might think. You just need to get started. So now I'm headed to the gym. We're gonna go do some training for HYROX. Gabe's with us, and you know, the other day we were talking about HYROX, and I was looking at my next competition. You know, I was competing in the tactical games, super fired up on that, loved that experience. Not only did I become a better marksman because of it, but also had a really incredible competition experience. But we were on the podcast and Gabe was talking about being interested in trying a HYROX. I said, hell yeah, I'll do it with you. The reason why I'm so excited about HYROX in particular is because I've been wanting to get better at running. And so it's a really good excuse to get better at running, because I'd say, you know, a large majority of it is running based. I don't think I would have signed up as an individual, primarily just because it doesn't fire me up. I think for me, I just wouldn't have been that inspired. Like, I just would have been like, okay, that's cool, it's a cool event. But doing it with somebody else, I think is what drove me to sign up for it. Competing individually at the CrossFit Games was incredible. There was a lot of stress, but it was ultimately up to you. So your hard work directly reflected how you ended up on the podium or not. When I decided to go team, that was a whole different ball game, because on the one hand, you could allow yourself to do like what you're really good at, because you could kind of take on what you're naturally good at, so you didn't have to work as much as your weaknesses, because you had other people on your team that could step up in those areas. But you're also dependent on a team, and the team dynamics was something that we had to work on a lot. There was a lot of lessons that I learned from competing on a team at CrossFit that carry over into other areas of my life. That was one of the beautiful things about the CrossFit Games competing on a team, is that although the work was hard, you were doing it with other people, and when we won or when we did well, you're able to celebrate with others. That's something I missed if you compete as an individual. I am a little bit concerned that I could hold back the team. That's another reason to train, right? Is because it's not just you're worried about. You want to do your best for the team, for the team, for the team. And so when you're out there and you're training, you're not doing it just for yourself. You're also saying, hey, I don't want to let down my team. And that's another good reason why, if you're interested in competing, do some team type events. You know, like I'm doing this one with Gabe, I'm fired up for HYROX, and I'm also planning on doing a team one for tactical games with Matt Chant. I always want to have something that I'm chasing. I might even do the jiu-jitsu no-gi tournament that's at the end of the year, because I find that I'm a better person if I'm chasing something.
I know you want me.
I mean, we're not gonna be able to do it exactly like this, but we can just figure it out.
Let's run through it because it'll give us a baseline time. Like, I don't know, how long is that taking us?
All right, so it's 8,000 meters of running. So basically in between each exercise, you're doing 1,000 meters of running. So you're starting off with 1K, then we're gonna jump on the skier. Then we're gonna do wall balls. Normally it's a sled push. Then we're gonna do a row. Then we get into our burpee box jumps, our row, farmer carry, sandbag lunge, and wall ball to finish off, which is gonna be spicy. In between each one of these is a 1,000 meter run. So 1K, ski, 1K, wall ball, 1K, row, etc. And we could split up the work however we want, except for the run. For the run, we have to do together.
Learned a lot here. Just get tough here. Come on. Get tough. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel weird.
You alright?
Not really. Let me just get a second now.
Okay.
I'll hold a second.
There you go. There you go.
Now I'll say, dude, I just hit a wall.
Yeah, man. I mean, because the thing is, I think even on like the row and the ski, you're going so hard.
I think my major takeaway is like, dude, I just felt like 45 minutes in, man, I just hit this wall. And dude, I just felt like I was like seeing things. Dude, I was just messed up. I've been working a lot of anaerobic. I have a deficit in aerobic. I need to work on it. I got a little bit in the red by going a little bit too hard on the rower and the skier. The running, maybe I started off a little bit too hot, especially on these runners. And then, dude, I got to make sure I'm fueling for carbohydrate because it was a 70-minute effort. A lot of learning lessons, dude. And then Gabe is super fit. That's what I learned. Gabe just carried the water on that.
Literally, all I've been doing is our flex track and testing our flex hybrid track. If you want to grab those ebooks, there'll be a button here or here somewhere in the video. That was fun.
Mm-hmm. Hella fun. Hella fun. That was the worst I've done in a really long time.
I swear, man, I almost wanted to quit that workout. My legs were throbbing so bad. They still are.
I think it's a good learning lesson.
Oh, it's an incredible learning lesson. I'm glad we did it. Because it changed the fact that I was fucked up. I was looking at the treadmill and I was seeing shit. And I was like, oh, dude, I was like, this is not good. From a training advice, like if that was a client, I'd probably be like, hey, bro, just chill. But then I'm like, fuck, man, we committed to 8,000 meters. We gotta do it.
We did it.
We did it. All right, let's go to Caden's football game, huh? Yesterday, I ran through mud for an hour. I wanted to quit that workout so bad. And so we called up Chris Hinshaw. We're like, dude, we gotta come out to the track. I need help because we got a HYROX coming up like in a month.
Jason's fast twitch and he needs to focus on recovering as soon as he finishes.
Going 3, 2, 1. You jump.
It's very clear you are the leader of this group.
I was waiting. What's the